So I'm gonna add the snow now. I'm gonna go to my top view and I'm gonna go to particle systems and I'm gonna choose snow and I'm gonna add a snow particle system which is big like this and raise it up. So if I press play now, I'm gonna see that snow starts to fall but it doesn't really reach the ground. Let's see why. Because the life of the snow is too low. I'm gonna increase it to 100 and I'm gonna make it start at negative 100. That way we would have snow all the time. So if we press play, it's nice, but we don't have that many, so we're gonna increase the count, say to 2500. The more you have, the slower it gets. So you can keep it set to 100 in the viewport, but set it to 2500 or let's say 9000 in the rendering. Okay, now because I have skylight, I can never test it, so I'm gonna delete the skylight for now. Take the snow, hide unselected and render. That's what the snow looks like by default. It doesn't really look like snow, it looks like stars. How does it render like snow? Pay close attention. I'm gonna set the render type to facing. If I do that, I will get squares facing the camera all the time. Is this good or bad? This is good actually, because now I'm gonna take these facing squares and I'll put on them the texture of a snowflake. And I'll hide the background. I'll just get the circular texture. How? I'll press M to open the material editor, create a new material, call it snowflake, and assign it. If I assign it, I'll just get gray. But I'll set the diffuse color to white. The question is how to hide the borders of that square and just to get a circular appearance. What I need to do is go down to maps and work with the opacity channel. The diffuse, I want it to be white, so I'll leave it out. But the opacity, I want to create opacity according to a circular image. The black will disappear and the white will remain. When I create an opacity map in Max, black will be transparent and white will remain. So I'll go to opacity and I'll choose gradient. By default we have a linear gradient. That's not good in this case, so I'll choose radial. As I told you, white will remain, black will disappear, gray will be semi-transparent. So if I render now, I will get these circular snowflakes. They're good, but I want to break them up. I don't want them to be so perfectly circular. So I'll use my noise, say 0.25, fractal, and render. And yes, they do break up. Let's zoom in over them. Wait, let's zoom in just to see it bigger scale. Okay, they're good, but the noise is too small. The size of the noise. Okay, maybe I moved too far. Okay, the size of the noise is too small. So I want to increase that size from down here, say to 5. And now I will get a nice snowflake, which is not perfectly circular anymore, which is a good thing. And yes, I do want to add motion blur, object motion blur, and they will blur according to their motion. It takes a bit longer to render, but they render much better. Now here I have this line for the sky. To remove it, I set my mirroring in the U direction. I set it to mirror. And the line gets removed. But the tiling, I decrease it, because when you mirror, you get more copies. Let's set the tiling to 2. So now we keep the same proportion as before, but we don't have the line anymore. Okay, I want the snowflakes to be brighter, so I'll go to parent and I'll increase the self-illumination. Self-illumination will make them brighter, so they would stand out more in the sky. Unhide all, press C to go back to camera. Now I would need back my skylight. It doesn't matter where you place it, provided that you do it in the top view. And now when I render, I would get my snow in my snow landscape. And what would be left is to render the whole animation.